CCPM buffers. Right. So if we look at the buffers, and this is classification that I presented at the TOC ICO conference, is not set in stone, but this is my classification that buffers kind of exist for three different purposes. Availability, which is you have customer demand that cannot be predicted. So you need some buffer of whatever it is. And the is really a stock buffer, whether sometimes it can be capacity that you are renting out to your customers, sometimes it is goods that you are selling to your customers, but that is the availability buffer. The commitment buffer is around that in the future, I have made some commitment for the future to a customer, and I want to protect that commitment. So that is the purpose of the commitment buffers. Flexibility buffers are all internal. So this is saying that you create some plan, but the plan is going to change because of variability. So you need flexibility in execution to respond to those changes. And that is what I mean by the flexibility buffers. So example, I already talked about it, that the inventory buffers at the point of sale in a retail environment is definitely an availability buffer. We cannot predict when the customer will walk in or what item they will want. So we need to carry the buffer there to have the goods available to them instantly. An example of a flexibility buffer is, again, it's an inventory buffer, but is not something that is for availability. It is giving you scheduling flexibility. For example, when you have a V plant, the inventory that you carry at the base of the V is a flexibility buffer, because you can then divert it along one path of the V or the other path of the V, and you can modify your schedules depending on what demand is coming in or how the demand is changing. And so that is what I mean by flexibility buffer. The commitment buffer is the shipping buffer in production. And so you want to make a commitment that you want to be able to keep. So the total time it takes you to manufacture a product or a part might be a day or 2 days or 3 days, but you put enough of a buffer, maybe a week or 2 weeks, so that you can make sure that when you have promised a due date to the customer, you can meet the due date. And needless to say, the buffers can come in all shapes and sizes, time, capacity, materials, etc. We are really addressing the issue of time buffers.